Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this year 2020's premieres, the launch of the premieres, and I hope you can join me. I talk for the next roughly hour, 50 minutes or so, and at the end I will put in a video showing all the contributors and, well, not their photos, but where they are in the world, so you can see how we're jumping around the world by all of the people that are volunteering to take part in this. So I am very, very grateful to the team around me, and hopefully channels that you already know, love and subscribe to, but if you don't, please feel free to subscribe to their videos. Please explore their channels at a later time. The playlist will be on my page. You can save that to your channel. I may say this later on in the video, but I'm saying it now. So yeah, please make yourselves at home in my space and in everyone else's space as we come into your space and time over the Christmas period, wherever it is in the Christmas period for you. It starts off at midnight New Zealand time. It finishes at midnight Hawaii at the end of Christmas Day. So we go through 47 hours of trying to just give you that space to be safe in, to have friends in, and please drop comments after the fact if you don't make it for the live show. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy my video and everyone else's. Yeah, welcome. This is kicking off the premieres, and I might be doing a separate intro, so I don't want to be repeating myself, but I'm going to pop some drills down. But I'm going to show you this. This has been in storage for a year. This is actually a darn good yarn box. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you will have possibly seen me open a darn good yarn box of yarn. I have flipped this inside out. I have repurposed it. And all my bags, when I finished making the Christmas tree last year, were put into Ziploc bags. I think they were maybe even in Ziploc bags last year. But the sticker has been put on the bag for the code. And the bag drill number has been put in with it as well, just because I think I knew I wasn't going to be finishing it last year. I will pop in a couple of photos showing you the tree in full and the glowing. So there'll be two photos. One was showing the stars glowing in the dark and one showing the tree. And yeah, let's get some drills down, and I'm not going to get this finished this year either. I don't know. But from a point of view of sticky, everything is still sticky that was under the cover. The sides here where I cut out the Christmas tree, because that's how I did this. I actually trimmed the tree, I guess. I cut the plastic so it's actually in thirds. I had the tree as a separate piece, and I think the plan last year was to go up. I'll put the video in the eye so you can actually jump back to last year. And there's another 47 hours plus of videos from creators there in that playlist. But I'll link the video and then I'll link the playlist. They will also be linked at the end too. But yeah, so this was done, and I finished the last day, Christmas Day, on the star. This year I haven't done the Advent lead up because I kind of feel I had the momentum already there, because people knew what to expect, I suppose, with the premieres. So again, might not have shown you this. This is not something that I'm not teaching you lessons, but with the Ziploc bag, the easy way of opening is just to slide it along the runner, and then you've got a little spout. You hold it to the curved edge and you've got a spout. Now I don't need many of this color, so I'm not going to drop out too many. I think it's been a while since I have worked with round drills, and oh my lord, they are such a pleasure. They are really, really cool, but I do like working in squares. the clarity that you get from working with the smaller squares is really cool. Just looking for other X's, and I'm not seeing them. Alright. So, are you ready? In some ways I'm hoping you're not watching this live. It's late at night for a start on, I think, Christmas Eve my video goes out. It's kicking off midnight in New Zealand though. And yes, I'm hoping that you're catching up maybe with the replay, but you're snuggled up in bed with people or animals and all of that kind of thing. Now I'm going to pop this one. I only need one of these, so I'm only going to get one out of the bag. But have you got plans this year? Are you frantic at this stage? You might still be frantic if it's Christmas Eve over in the States and you're actually watching this. You might still be in preparation mode for the family coming along. So Christmas Day for me, I'm really not sure what flavour it's going to take this year, to be honest. I will most likely be recovering from spine surgery, so I'm trying not to think about it right now as I'm recording, and to enjoy my last weekend for a couple of weeks with full mobility, well, not full mobility, but with some mobility, and then I will be recouping and doing a lot of shuffling around of videos, playlists and all that kind of thing from bed. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing the food preparation. Hubby will be, well, he thinks he's going to be in charge. He's going to be coming to me. He's going to be coming to me going, Pippa, do you want this? Pippa, do you... Yeah, so I'm going to be involved, but I'm not going to be hands-on.
I know. For certain periods of the day, you'll be given a bell.
Oh, for certain periods of the day.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Which I may or may not respond to.
Okay, so if I ring it too often, he's going to just ignore me and treat me like one of the kids. It's kind of like, I'm busy. Yeah. Yeah. And I might word up somebody who can go and flick the power off, so he goes, what the? Yeah, as the computer drops out on him. Because I can't turn off the Wi-Fi. Oh, I could maybe change the Wi-Fi password on him.
I doubt
the current Wi-Fi password is ridiculous.
You've got the information to do it, but I doubt you know where to start.
No, probably not. Probably not. Yeah. Oh dear.
It's too complicated.
Yeah, true.
And there are multiple access points, so you'd have to knock them all out before I found
Yeah, and the problem is, I'm going to be at the other end of the house from the main Wi-Fi point, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to knock out his Wi-Fi point.
You'd actually be operating through the relay.
Yeah, oh god. No, it's all getting far too technical now. Dang it. I'll just have to get Sophie involved.
However,
and going, Mommy, Daddy,
with
stop
a
fighting.
fairly small
Oh dear.
modification, I can knock out all of your devices.
Yes, I'm sure
Nothing
he.
else,
I'm
just
sure
your
he
devices.
just my devices.
Yeah.
That'll make me really grumpy, unless I'm
No.
supposed to be sleeping at the time.
Oh, well, there's an idea. I knock out your internet when you're supposed to be sleeping. Oh,
Well, I haven't been told I'm supposed to be sleeping
this is
afterwards.
better than fading the lights out at night.
Oh.
This is,
Oh no!
knock your internet out
Oh.
10 o'clock.
Gosh, dear, I've created a monster.
You just use 4G, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yes, I would. The problem would be that if I'm in the middle of uploading when I'm supposed to be going to bed, then we'd have a problem. Because that's when the uploading tends to happen. Is like when I'm meant to be going to bed, it's meant to be stuff happens before I go to bed. Actually, usually it's up before I finally kind of go into the bedroom. So I can update things, because it's quite easy to forget that you've said, oh, I'll put something in the card, and then because it's an after editing thing, you kind of go, oh, was it this video, was it that video? Yeah, so if you've got lots of videos going up at the same kind of era, yeah, you can get a bit forgetful, which is why I have said, if I forget to put the link in, please tell me, You know, if I do tell you that I'm putting something up in the eye and I forget by the time you get to view it, it's like, sorry, I just overlooked it. So, yeah. I don't even know. Look, I know we're recording these a fair bit in advance of Christmas. I haven't looked up the weather for Christmas to find out whether we're in for a scorcher or just a kind of normal day. The days are certainly getting warmer here, which I know is all kinds of backwards for you guys in the States. It was all kinds of backwards and arse about face for me being Irish coming to Australia. And when I was in WA in Perth, I was living just south of Perth for a year. That threw me out even more because at 6 p.m. it was like the sun just fell off the earth and everything was suddenly dark, and I'm getting grumpy because husband's not home and it's dark. And
Former husband.
Yeah, the former husband. You know, and it turned out that it was, 6 or 7 in the evening, and I'm kind of going, oh, this is so weird. How? So yeah, getting dark of an Irish winter used to be like 4 to be kind of really, pushing it. 5 o'clock it was, black on a winter's day. So Halloween it was even dark, at 6 p.m. But Christmas, yeah, it was dark, it was grey, and when it got overcast, I don't know, everything just took on this gloomy, chill, damp air. We sure as hell don't have that here. In Australia, it's like t-shirts and shorts, and it can take a bit of getting used to. And the problem is they still do Christmas decorations and Christmas cards like Ireland or England or even America. So it's snow in the Christmas scenes. You get a few companies now that are getting more and more into Santa in a pair of board shorts, surfboard kind of thing. We are getting that more and more. You know what? I haven't even gone to the shops this year for Christmas prep. We have a Christmas tree. We have the decorations. So I haven't needed to go buy anything. I can't walk for long anyway at the moment. So going to the store to check out things that we really don't need because we've already got them just hasn't been a priority. If I was still at work, I might go walking at lunchtime, and that would be where I'd see what's happening in the stores or see what's happening in the street. I'm not even sure they did a Christmas pageant. They call it a pageant here. It's a parade around the city with the Christmas kind of decorated trucks and cars and vans and all that kind of thing. And the police pipe band, which actually has drums in it too, but the police pipe band gets involved. A couple of other bands get involved. Kids line the streets. One of the forerunners, actually maybe it's not a forerunner, maybe it's somewhere in the middle of the parade, throws the lollies out to the kids. They also do that on the toy run. They did run the toy run this year, but I think they ran the toy run because they're motorcycle riders, and you can't really get much more isolated on a motorbike, as you can maybe have one pillion at a push. And they usually have stuffed toys front and back or whatever, but these are collecting toys and delivering toys for the Salvation Army. They certainly had reduced numbers this year, and the idea was that they then give these toys, games, whatever, to the salvos, as we call them, and the Salvation Army as a charity will then assemble these presents for kids who don't have Christmas gifts this year. So that's something that I have been part of as a motorbike rider. It's all kinds of awesome being in a crowd of 4,000 plus motorbike riders, all convoying into the city at quite a slow pace. And these people do not know how to ride together in a group. So it's all kinds of looking all around you, pick your spot on your road and hold your mark. as you ride in, because when it first starts off, you're very much bunched up. There have been accidents where people come off at very slow speeds, you know, which is all kinds of messy, you know, because things break on a motorbike reasonably easy. But yeah, there's that. So at least that was had this year. So, you know, a little bit of a familiar kind of sight on the roads. We were out and about, I think an hour or two before it started. Kept on seeing these motorbikes and kept on seeing motorbikes with tinsel. And it was like, what the? And didn't put it together, of course, that it was the toy run day. And, you know, as soon as it twigged, it was like, oh, of course, the toy run is on. Now, some people, bike riders, don't like riding in these crazy packs, and they will actually ride into the city on their own. Some people love riding in these packs and will actually start off from a destination further up, like an hour up, so they get a nice bike ride into the city. So yeah, there's all kinds of different things. They actually used to meet at a pub. The pub used to be open. It used to serve both, I think, beer and maybe a mulled wine kind of thing. And this is like 11 o'clock in the morning you're meeting at this place. The pub shut down, and the last I heard was that the pub owner, or lessee, they took over the lease, but for some reason they are just sitting on the pub. The reason why I know this is my in-laws live, like, we turn left at this pub to go to their country town, and it's just not doing anything. And it's like, why would you lease a pub and then not do anything with it, like not make any money off it? It's just, I don't know, bizarre. But I got chatting, I think, with the girlfriend of the guy who did the lessee, somehow, somewhere, you know, Tasmania, small town, kind of, you know. Yeah, it's a whole state. Yeah, it's still a small town. You meet people that know people who know people. Like, there is 1 degree of separation in Tasmania. And it's funny, when hubby and I do go out together, chances are he's going to meet somebody that he knows or went to school with. Even though he is now a self-proclaimed hermit these days. So, yeah, it's a little bit freaky. That, yeah, you can't go out without spotting somebody that you know. So, I don't know how people ever manage to have affairs in this country, in this state. Because, like I said, you'll be spotted. Yeah. All kinds of strange. But, nothing. I'm just saying, everyone knows everyone, and there's no secrets. That's all. Not saying anything more than that. I'm going to flip that cover so I can do some of this. Alright, you ready for a break in transmissions? It's time for the Chubby Bunny Challenge. The Chubby Bunny. I can't even say it without marshmallows. Let's see if I can do it with marshmallows. Alright. Sophie, say hi.
Hi.
No, we can't see your hand. Do it higher. Up there. Okay. Alright. Welcome to the brown house. Sophie has her chubby bunnies. We didn't get you to say chubby bunnies. Can you say chubby bunnies? No, say chubby bunnies. Say chubby? Okay.
Too late.
Right. This is the Chubby Bunny Challenge. We'll go 1 for 1. I don't like the raspberry things. Chubby Bunny.
Chubby bunny.
Oh, don't eat them in between.
Chubby bunny.
Chubby Bunny. Very
Oh,
hard
no, I've
not
lost
to eat. Very hard not to eat them in between.
Chubby bunny. That's 3.
Chubby Bunny.
Chubby bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
That's 4. Chubby bunny. Chubby bunny. 5.
No.
Chubby bunny. That's 6.
You've got a bigger mouth than me.
Chubby bunny.
Oh, you're Say Chubby Bunny.
You still keeping count?
7.
Bunny.
Chubby Bunny. Ugh, drool.
Chubby bunny.
Oh my
That was
goodness.
right.
Are you eating these guys?
No, chubby bunny. No, slow.
No. Was that 9? 8? 8!
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Alright. So, these are the marshmallows. If you would like to join in the challenge, these are like an inch by, yeah, that's an inch by 1.5 centimeters. So 3 centimeters by 1.5, 2 centimeters tall. They're not big. If you would like to try this challenge with your kids, please do. Sophie's going to scoff the lot if I don't take them away from her, so hubby can have his chubby bunnies and marshmallows. Thank you for joining us. Cancel your hand, Sophie. Up, 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 up. Bye. Alright, back to the video. So yeah, I have no idea what we're doing Christmas food-wise. It's going to be a surprise. Oh, I think we have spoken. There are rumors it's going to be a smoked turkey. I'm not even sure what state the smoker is in right now. Hubby, it'll work. It will. This is the strange thing. It actually will. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Well, it's not as holy as it was. I don't mean blessed. Excuse me. Oh, Sophie's being a turkey. It's not as holy as it was because we got rid of the tank that had holes. I think that's a minus. I don't think I put... Oh, I don't know. It'll be fine. Last year, I think we discovered, sometime last year, we discovered that our ugly drum smoker, our oil drum smoker, had a massive hole in the bottom of it, and it was, you know, leaking air, so we weren't able to control the temperature. Yes, 10 years, well, no, I don't know if it was 10 years of faithful service. I think it was a few years of faithful service, and then it got retired until I discovered, and hubby had been bragging about this for a year, I think, this, what was it? Bacon, what was it? Bacon explosion, which was basically bacon around mince, around barbecue sauce, and barbecue sauce in it and on it, and oh my god. So I'm hearing about this, dribbling and drooling, because barbecue sauce is my jam. And eventually I managed to get a bacon explosion a la hubby. And it was like, what the hell is this? Oh my god, keep doing these. So I didn't get another bacon explosion. He made 2 the first time. He made them wrong. He should have rolled the mince as a whole and then wrapped it completely with bacon because he forgot how to do it. So that's fine. So we actually have the second bacon explosion in the freezer that we have not eaten. We should probably crank that out this year. So he started making smoked turkey and smoked lamb and smoked beef, all in the slow smoker, and this thing got absolutely flogged by me and my demands every weekend. It was just melt in the mouth, divine food, just, oh, it was amazing. So the slow smoker developed this craterous hole at the bottom, and the drum needed to be retired. There was no fixing it really. So we went to the great expense of doing some checking and finding that there was a... Okay. Of doing some checking and finding a source for oil drums. Okay, say bye-bye, Sophie. You go play. Bye-bye. Go play. Of sourcing oil drums, we got 4, I think, for $5 each or something. Ridiculous. He threw them into the car, left, right and centre, when he could get the guy to be at the place to pick them up. It was an old oil, I don't know, transit hub or something like that, and the things were for sale. We drained off the oil containers carefully. We managed to get about 5 litres of oil out of the 4 drums for free. So this is like, we're already winning. We've got, you know, a bottle of oil for nothing, and we've got oil drums that he's welded and put holes into where they're meant to be. The most expensive part for all of this was a Mustang exhaust, a Mustang throttle body. So it's a swivel head that he can open and close the valve to allow air in and out, or in, and create the airflow. It doesn't need that. He was going to be automating this thing, and the whole thing just got stalled in the process, but the concept is still there for him to be able to automate all of this. So yeah, we're going to have, you know, a reasonably new, but it was fun. We got some free wooden pallets from the local office stationery store. We threw them onto and into the car for a few days. We brought them home, we broke them up, and we called the fire station and we said, hey, we're going to be making a fire on our driveway of some wood, and, you know, don't panic if anybody rings in from this address. And then we went to the oil drum and we put the pallets in and we lit them, and it went kaboom. Actually, one of them went completely kaboom. It was like a nuclear explosion. It was, as soon as the petrol gas caught, I was the one lighting this one. Yeah, and it was like a sonic boom. It was incredible. It was so much fun. And then the pallets all burnt off, which burnt off all the oil inside, which made it so that we could actually cook food in it. You know, even though the food's not touching the side, but that was the plan. Yeah, I know. Stop. My drills, go away. Go play with your own thing. Please. Hubby wants me to put a picture in of the current smoker. I don't know where the pictures are, so I will get a picture of the smoker. I'm sure it's easy enough to find them. So yeah, I'll put in a photo of the smoker. So yeah, there's that, and we'll have it cold here in Tasmania. We have them cold in pretty much most of Australia. I think people who do hot dinners. So Australians will say that they're having turkey and ham over Christmas. They don't have it hot. They don't go for the roast potatoes, the gravy, or anything else. They actually have cold cuts, but in the traditional meats in a lot of the time. So that was one thing I found was a little bit, you know, got to get used to the terminology kind of thing. Because it was like, what? My brother in Ireland would never repeat the same dinner every Christmas. He has, from my point of view, like I was a chicken and chop kind of girl when I first got married. I didn't really do anything kind of, you know, too strange and startling. So for him to kind of say, oh, we're having goose this year, and then we're having fillet steak this year, and then, you know, the next year would be, I don't know, he might have done a surf and turf, and he would do veal or venison, and I'm kind of thinking, where do you even get this stuff? Like, that sounds way too exotic for, you know, my little old hometown butcher. I'm sure the butcher had it. You know, he was living in the south of Ireland, a bit further south than Rachel does. And, you know, he had 2 kids that he was bringing up on all this fine fare. And me, I was probably doing what we call a turkey buff or a turkey buffet. Basically, it's the chicken breast on the bone and no legs. I don't know what other countries would call that particular cut of meat. But that's what we would see in the supermarket when I was working there. So the turkey buff was quite common for smaller households, people who didn't like turkey legs. Turkey legs really need to be cooked well to be nice because of the sinews in the legs. If you don't cook them, the sinews are a pain in the backside. The thighs are nice, but the legs are a pain. So yeah, they would be the less favourite piece, even though they look awesome as a big, you know, hank of drumstick. Yeah, the sinew was a bit kind of, no, don't really want to tangle with that big piece of sinew through the legs. Strong old birds to have that ligament in them. But yeah. So smoked turkey. I think we actually have a ham in our fridge from last year. I don't think that's going to be any good. For more than 2 years? We bought it last October, November. It's vacuum sealed. We've just never touched it. I don't know. It's probably just scared us. It's, 3 kilos that we actually need to just give to the dog or throw in the bin because it might not even be safe for the dog. I don't know. That salt actually wouldn't be good for the dog. So no, it's not going to go to the dog. It's just going to go in the bin if we ever crack it open and see if it's safe. It's preserved. I mean, they used to preserve these things back in days of yore. I don't know if they would have eaten this quite far away from manufacturing date though. Oops. Yeah. Slightly scary. Dear. So yeah, and I used to do the salads. The salads are all going to have to be handled by his nibs. I'm not giving him my family secrets. No, I don't know. So it might be packet salad. I won't have done coleslaw. I can and will be mobile for very small periods of time, but I need to be kind of careful not to lift and stuff. And I have now worked out things that I mean, I could definitely direct him to do chopping and preparation of the vegetables, and I then come and sit and, well, no, sitting is the problem. It's actually the stirring might be the problem because there's, forces moving, stirring, that kind of thing. So yeah, I might even have to direct the process making and then just be there as the taste tester like I used to be for my dad. So yeah, haven't found my Christmas cake. Oh my goodness, I haven't found my Christmas cake. I don't know if my kids were never brought up on Christmas cake. Again, they never liked the fruit cake, so I never had them. My mum used to make Christmas cake all the time with the marzipan and the icing. So I think hubby actually likes it. So I think no. He's been brought up in it because of his family history. His grandmother was a CWA goddess. CWA in Australia is quite a big deal. So, yes. She would have had all the criteria for the fruitcake, and she would win prizes for hers and all that kind of thing. So, I might be able to get something that's a little bit bigger than just a single serve Christmas cake. Because that's all I want. I really just want a single serve. I found these awesome little Christmas cakes. They were literally 4 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches cubed. And they were for sale by my local supermarket when I was in the city for work. So I think I just bought it for myself just to be able to have. I have my Irish brown bread to make. I've got the flour mix, so again, Marcus will have to do that. There's nothing to it though. It's not like you have to knead Irish brown bread. You just mix it, make it into the dough and throw it into the oven. It doesn't need rising or anything fancy for it whatsoever. And smoked salmon, that's smoked salmon on brown bread. Whoa, that's my thing. But hubby doesn't like raw fish. Doesn't like fish, so again, have to be more kind of careful when it's taken out, that it's resealed, that it doesn't stick the fridge out for a start, that kind of thing, so that he isn't put off his food. But they are the things that I want for Christmas time. I usually make a chocolate ripple cake, which is the chocolate biscuits from our maker Arnott's here. It's just a hard chocolate biscuit that looks like a ginger snap, and I interleaf the chocolate ripple with ginger biscuits, so it has that ginger flavor and the chocolate, and then they're dunked in orange juice, real orange juice, and cream slapped on, and they're put into like a log, and they are delicious. So I might get the kid to be able to do that if she's with us for preparation. Again, it doesn't keep long either because it's cream. Don't need to make much, so again, these could all be made quite small, whereas I kind of make, you know, 2 packets worth or 3 packets worth. So we could maybe make minis. Otherwise they won't get it eaten. Yeah, so there's all of that kind of thing. It's Sophie's, you know, first Christmas that she's kind of conscious about and she's chattering about. So we've got more of a big deal with her. Unfortunately, I think the swap over with the stepkid means that we lose her Christmas afternoon for the 24 hours and then she's back to us for the rest of the week. So yeah, there'll be a bit of a break in proceedings that we'll need to, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We don't really watch much TV here. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. We watch movies, alright, but we don't watch Christmas TV. So I don't even know what movies are on. That was another big thing in Ireland, England. They didn't run ads on Christmas Day, and they rang the... Normally movies would be at least 6 months old, getting to the TV, having been in the theatres. So the new releases over the Christmas period were like box office hits, you know, they were the really good movies. I have no idea what's happening with movies this year. But if you're in the Ireland, UK, yeah, they were ad-free for the 24 hours, kind of Christmas Day and then Boxing Day. There would be like back-to-back movies. It was brilliant from a kind of being able to just switch off and, you know, kick back and wallow in your Christmas feasting and that kind of thing. And because of my family being slightly scattered, we might not have Christmas Day on Christmas Day. We might, you know, have a family get together on another day throughout the Christmas period. Whenever people could get up from the south, or, you know, just weren't doing Christmas with their kids on Christmas Day. So I think my dad is going to my sister's. My other sister will be, no doubt, keeping in touch with him. They're all pretty close over there. And Dad is 93. I don't know if they've got big lockdowns this year for Christmas. I think what they're talking about is releasing the lockdowns for the Christmas and then putting it back down again once people have passed COVID on to everyone else. Yeah, we fortunately in Tasmania, well, we've got 4 cases in the state, but they were blow-ins from India. I'm assuming they're Australians or Tasmanians even returning back to Tasmania. So they were in quarantine, they were already segregated, and the mum and I think 2 of the kids developed it first, and then the husband tested positive. So yeah, you know, we can't say we're completely clear, but we certainly don't have active cases. And even the rest of the states in Australia, we've got really, really good numbers. Melbourne's got its ass together. Their lockdowns were so severe that it really nipped it in the bud, but it took a good 4 weeks to do it. And now the numbers are much more manageable. There was talk that in New South Wales, one of the hotel workers, I think, or quarantine people, they'd caught COVID and they had been on the train, but again, there were no transmissions, I don't think, from that. So, yeah, our numbers in Australia are actually really good. So from that point of view, you have your get-togethers with your family and you can be safe in knowing that you're not necessarily bringing it to loved ones, whereas I think there's just that bit of doubt, like, you know, you can't see the virus. It's not like you know that you're passing it to Uncle Tom and, you know, Cousin Jerry. So I understand that people may be kind of going, no, we're not gonna get together with family. So that is sad, but I think for the safety of your family, I think it's got to be done, unfortunately. And there is always technology. Well, you hope there's technology. That people get to FaceTime more and, you know, talk to each other on the phone more. If they've got those abilities. So I hope you have connected or will connect with people that you love, whether it's through the premieres, which are going to be rolling through, or whether it's through, I don't know, writing a letter, dropping a phone message, whatever it is that you can connect. Yeah, I hope you get to be able to do that with your people. Or your pets. You know, because pets are family too for a lot of people. So, I hope you have that time. Yeah, and, oh God, here's hoping 2021 is going to be better for most people. Because this year got crazy. It's really hard to make plans. You know, I know people are kind of talking about summer holidays and things like that at this time of year. And it's like, what are you going to do? And where are you going to go? And the plans start ramping up. New Year's resolutions start happening. I know the world is a different kind of place at the moment. So, yeah. Still good to make plans, I think. Still good to have dreams, have hopes. I think we'd be lesser as a human not to be looking forward, hopefully, to something new, whatever shape that might be in. Maybe it's a new phone. Maybe it's, you know, a new piece of technology that allows you to talk to certain people. Maybe it's reconnecting, you know, with old school letter writing. You know, sky is the limit. So, I hope that happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna beetle on with this as I can. Won't be doing any diamond painting while I'm in recovery because of the way that you've got to sit to do diamond painting. But that's okay. I'll be stitching, I'll be knitting, I'll be stitching more than anything, I'll be knitting more, you know, than anything, and I'll be reading. I'll have my Kindle, and I'll probably be sleeping if anything is to go by, or snoozing and watching movies. And it was funny, Sophie actually got into bed next to me this morning, propped herself up on the pillow, lay down on the blankets, put her iPad up, my iPad up on her knees, and you know, just chilled with me for a few minutes. And it's like, yeah, I can do this. I can recoup like this, you know, with Sophie coming in and checking in on me. Yeah, we'll wait and see. And yeah, hubby will probably get sick of making me tea. I'll probably be on rations for tea. Because he's not going to be making me tea every 5 minutes. I think it probably takes me an hour. And this tea is cold. Stone cold. So, yeah. I know. It's such a trial. Yeah.
Mummy, what's this?
What is that? It's a roll of cardboard. Don't be eating it.
What?
Don't eat it. No, 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 no. Somebody else, their dog ate toilet paper rolls or kitchen rolls or something. Might have been Jeremy with Trapper. I said maybe it's the glue in the paper roll, because I know in Ireland there used to be, when we had stamps that you had to lick, some of the stamps and some of the envelopes had a really sweet glue. It was really quite nice. And then you get the others and it's like, and you're trying to clean your tongue afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, Cockatoo was eating them. Yeah, don't give cardboard to your pets to eat. Not glued cardboard. Well, all cardboard is probably glued in a kind of roll, but yeah. Anyway, keep yourself safe. Lynn is always sending me videos on Instagram of I think they're called sticky frogs, I think is the name of the handle. They are tree frogs, and this owner has green tree frogs, white tree frogs, and there was some other name that she had. Bulbasaur was one of them, and apparently Bulbasaur doesn't like the water spray and he'd get grumpy. And then there was another one that, or maybe it was Bulbasaur, that would only respond to the merp that the owner would make, and then he'd merp back at her. One of the other frogs was like, the water spray, don't you spray me, and started ribbiting at them because they were spraying them. it was all kinds of cute. So it's like, Lynn, keep it up. I love them. Tasmania doesn't have any green tree frogs that I know of. We've got frogs, and they're noisy because we've had one outside the window, but they're like 1.5 inches. No, can't imagine them being terribly wet enough to... Well, maybe in the rainforest they could handle frogs. I don't know. I remember being at a frog farm. Some guy had some kind of reserve-y thing in his home in Mandurah that we went and visited, and he was playing videos of all these different frog calls. It was fascinating. But no, I haven't seen anybody quite as frog crazy here. Yeah. And I do really like frogs. We used to have frogs that would get stuck on the window in my previous home. And they're tiny, like they're really like 1.5 inches long, getting stuck on the window. Occasionally the cats would bring them in, and they'd be stuck on the inside of the window. And yeah, they'd just get released, but they were all kinds of cute. So yeah, I love frogs and sticky toes and all that kind of thing. It's cool. Yeah. So not even the dog is going to have a fancied up Christmas bow or anything on his kennel. No. The Christmas tree is up. We're waiting tonight. The kid will be able to decorate the Christmas tree when she gets here. And that will all happen and make it all kind of come alive for Sophie. Like the tree is up. We've got the lights on. That's probably the fussiest bit that I would be worried about. Maybe the tinsel might get fixed. But last year, I think she was doing it with her big sister. So it probably wasn't quite to my liking, but I left it anyway. You know, they did a fairly good job with it because there was a little bit of direction, but after that it was like, okay, we're backing off. It's your tree. But this year it's a real tree. I tell you about that in my vlogs. If you're interested, go check out the vlog playlist that I may even link in the eye if I can remember. But check out my vlog playlist if you're interested. Alright, as for the rest of the premieres, there are 46 people following me. Okay, now if you're watching me live in the premiere, I think it's 10 o'clock at night for me. I will probably be there. Hello, you know, chatting with you. And if not, chat away amongst yourselves when, you know, I'm saying this when the video's already, you know, mostly over. Yeah. So I hope if you've enjoyed yourself, save the playlist to your channel, and it will bring you from one video into another anyway. If you've got that playlist saved, it will play through. If you're not available for all of the hours, please, please, please get some sleep, spend time with your family. We'll be there on replay. And you will have 2019's premieres as well. That's another 47 plus hours. You've got a lot of watching that you can do. If you're watching last year's, I can say for certain, go and watch Michelle Creative Mayhem's video. It was hilarious. It's jokes and silliness and all kinds of things. So, oh, and Ashley and Kerwin did Christmas wrapping last year. It was Kerwin's debut. This year, people are going to be doing the Chubby Bunny Challenge. So you will see people making funny fools of themselves with marshmallows. Nothing that hopefully anyone is going to die from, thankfully. So yeah, I mean, have some fun. Please connect with your people and your online people. I really, really hope that you have a safe and blessed Christmas. And yeah, just be there for one another. Love one another, whether it's virtually or physically with all your people in your life. So I will see you in other videos. I'm sure you will see me in other lives, or if it's replay, drop me a comment. Let me know that you've dropped in for the replay. Let me know how you're going over Christmas. And if there's anybody that you would like to talk to, I know I would be there for you in a heartbeat, but most of the creators would be there for you in a heartbeat. So please reach out if there's something that you are struggling with. And as I've been saying to my creators in the premiere, there is no dumb question. So please ask questions. If you've got questions, please ask questions. What? There are no dumb questions? There is no dumb question. Yes. Oh dear. My peanut gallery, as I'm calling him in my vlogs. Yeah, look, please, ask the questions, drop the comments, like the videos, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to these channels. There are new creators this year who you would not have seen last year, who may have been watching last year that we were only just getting to know. So please have an open and generous heart, and, you know, be there for the other people too. You might be the person that they need to hear from this year as well. So I really, really hope that we're all able to be the person that each other needs, I guess. And just be there for each other, you know, brothers and sisters and all that kind of thing. All right. Look after yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe. And I will see you in other videos. Bye for now. Take care. road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.